Hello everyone, I am Anuja Shrivastava and today I am going to tell you the last part of class 8 chemistry chapter 4 atomic structure, in which today I am going to tell you about the chemical bond. So this bond, it is also related with the bonding which occurred between the two things. So just think about the valence shell. If the valence shell is completely filled and octet is complete, the atom becomes stable and it will be not going to react someone, that means it will be non-reactive. That means atom क्या है? Now it will become stable. But if some atom are not having the complete octet stage, उनकी last cell complete नहीं है, so that the atoms are eager to share their electron, they are eager to meet with the other atom to complete their octet and to form the stability. So that is related with the chemical bond. So in simple word you can say it is a link that keep two atoms together in a molecule. That means two different atoms keep together by the chemical bonding. So this chemical bonding can be done by the two processes. First is by sharing of electrons. First is by transferring electron. And second is by sharing of electrons. That means when transfer of electrons takes place, it forms the electrovalent bond. That means by the transfer of electrons, the bond which is formed, that is known as the electrovalent bond, and by sharing of electron, when the bond is formed, that is known as the covalent bond. So let's see both the bond and their examples. So the first bond which I told you, that is the covalent bond. Electrovalent bond. And what is electrovalent bond? As I told you, it formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to another. From one atom to another. An example you can say from metals to non-metals. That means the transfer of electron takes place. That means if an atom is going to transfer the electron, it develops a charge which is known as the ions, and when it is going to lose the electron, it takes a positive charge, and when it is going to accept the electron, it is formed the negative charge. So let's take the example. As I told you, it occurs between metals and non-metals. So just take the example of metals. Sodium, whose atomic number is 11, and chlorine, whose atomic number is 17. Now the electronic configuration for the sodium is 281 and for this 287. That means here 17 and here 1. So last shell it is having 1 electron and last shell it is having 7 electrons. So both are unstable. दोनों ही क्या है? Unstable हैं. अब इनके लिए हमें क्या करना है? Just draw the valence shell. First shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, and last shell it is having 1 electron in the sodium atom. And in chlorine, first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons, and last shell it is having 7 electrons. Okay, now if the sodium will give 1 electron to this, so it will become 7 because इसकी outer shell में 8 हो जाएंगे और इसकी outer shell ही यहाँ पर 8 हो जाएंगे. That's why it is going to give this electron to the chlorine atom, and now it will form as first shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons. That means this is stable और इसने इलेक्ट्रॉन दे दिया, देने वाला, it becomes now positive charge Na plus, and here the chlorine, first shell having 2 electrons, second shell having 8 electrons as previously it is there, and the last shell who is having 7 electrons, now it is also having the 8 electrons. That means it takes the electron, that's why it become negative charge. So in this way they are just going to form the stability by forming the molecules. Now the second type of bond is the covalent bond. Second type of bond is the covalent bond. So as I told you previously, this bond formed by the sharing of 2 electrons. By sharing of 2 electrons between 2 atoms. Or it occurs between 2 non-metals. Now just see the example for this. Suppose take hydrogen as an example. Hydrogen whose atomic number is 1. Now that means hydrogen's outer shell having only 1 electron. Take one more hydrogen who is also having 1 electron. That means both are not stable. So what they will do? They will share their electrons like this. They will share the electrons and they both become hydrogen molecule. Now take other example, fluorine, whose atomic number is 7, that means whose atomic number is 9, 2 and 7. That means outer shell is having how many electrons? Outer shell is having 7 electrons. So 2, 2, 2 and 1, 7 electrons. 2, 2, 4, 6 and 7 electrons. That means it is having 7 electrons. Now what they will do? They will share their electrons. Now when they will share their electrons, they both become the 8 electrons. So it will form like this. Previously they are having the 6 electrons, so and they are also having the 6 electrons, and now they share their electrons, so they both become the 8 electrons in their outer shell. So in this way they become stable and they form the fluorine molecule. and these are the atoms, hydrogen atoms, और ये fluorine atom. So these are the two ways, electrovalent bond and the covalent bond, by which the atoms forms the bond and gain the stability. So this is all about the chemical bonding, and now this chapter is completed. So watch the video, try to understand the things which I had explained to you. Till then, bye bye and thank you.